had already lunch, so there's no space anymore for dinner. And this belly is Monday. Well, some workout. For me, it's not a problem. I just make starvation a week and then it's over. Um, what else? I think I forgot to say something, which is oh yeah, I forgot to say this. Maybe I was not completely clear about ignore the journalists. What I want to say is that it's a very bad behavior coming out from the media world. They're every second they're jumping on you to get information. So just like in your social life, you need to learn to say no. And you need to make an agreement with each other what to say and when. It has become a bad habit that every hour people want information and that you cooperate into that. This will also weaken your position because you will say things that maybe later you regret and you did not thought about it. This is what I want to say. Maybe I was not clear about it. The other thing is that speaking negative about your colleagues, like he needs to resign because he's an old man. First of all, it's not on you to give an opinion. Second, it's a very bad behavior that you speak about a colleague in public. This person should come out himself and do that. If you have any opinion about him, you should discuss them in private with him and not with others. The third thing is that, what maybe I was not clear about, is that most of the people in the world now are young adults. They all have all kind of certain thoughts about what they want and what satisfies them. And in most cases, it's not realistic. You are gonna face problems with that in the practice. It doesn't matter from which party you are. If you don't do that, you will have less time for your in-core government, and this will weaken your state. So the only thing you can do is to give people as much freedom they want, and they need to sign for it. But if you don't want a health insurance, if you do not want to pay $200 a month for a health insurance, you need to sign for it. That's in case you cannot pay a treatment or operation. You have 100% agreed with that. And this you have many other things like health insurance, by example, many other insurance that are obligated. I think the most important thing is the health insurance. This is the first point. So it's not on you to decide on someone's freedom, what he wants to do with his body, or if he wants to have health insurance or not. Because let us be honest, from a any perspective, social or religious or any other perspective. Even if you would forbid people to do things, they will do it in private, secretly. So maybe they will not be able to have the papers for it, but they will do it anyway. So this is how people are, you know. We know the father, we know the mother, we know the child. We know how it works. None of the sometimes when the communication is not good, and blah blah blah, they do what they want. And the other thing is that I'm now in Belgium, and there's a strange thing happening. I do not want to speak negative about this Max whore again, but I remember one day she went to visit a place. It was when I came back from Beirut. I think it was in 2020. We're now in 2024. It was okay. Last year it was May 2023. January 2023. At the end of 2022, October, November 2022, when I came back from Beirut, before January, she made a visit. She made a visit to a place with her, you know. And I evaluated her, how she was walking there with him. She was walking hand in hand and doing this sign. And later she was asking for attention from the public people because everyone was standing outside by a gate. And she was really walking to people to see if they would see her, if they would give her attention. So the thing is that there's a law of nature that we do not know about, and which is a little bit stupid to speak about because it would declare me crazy. But this dream she's in the middle with this other one has a meaning. Because in the Netherlands, whatever I do, I face things against me. I do not get cooperation. And I think she knows about this. I think she knows that I'm not in the middle and she's in the middle. And that's why she is all the time trying to get people's attention. Because her main job is not to marry a man and have children. Her main job is to prevent me from doing my things. And I'm secure about that. She's coming from the opposite corner. Because I feel here in Belgium different. I feel people different. It's not because they're different. No, they're the same. But it's about the energy. She's now there. Made herself a Max whore. You all know that Max is not her real name. This is the only thing that I wanted to say. That the law of nature is something we don't know about. That this is how it works. And this is also, I showed you in Knechtsel, this Brazilian one that took this house of the artichoke, and then she follows to the only French fries bar there. Please, they were busy with horses. You want to tell me they do not have food in their house? I mean, the moment that I go visit a place that I never went to, they come also to get French fries. Could it be a possibility that they know the owner of this place? Because there are only 2 restaurants in that village. Maybe they were hungry. Could be. They came with a blue car and a Belgian number plate. But they left this guy, Brazilian guy with blue eyes, they left him in the house. Because he was the one that told me I have bought it. If I found another place, if I found another house with the same logo, Artichoke, I will inform you about it. But till now I did not find this logo, only by the Watermolen of Wellington in Nune, by a gate that has completely been destroyed. I don't know what they did there. But I also was naive about other things. So let's say I'm not wrong. Let's say she came to get French fries because I was there. Because she was jumping with her child. The law of nature of this Brazil whore and the law of nature of this Max whore is a simple one. That when you take someone's place in, the numbers are for you off. You can go up and down and hang out and atheist, but the law and nature is something completely different. You know that. Have I something else to say? No. I'm quite surprised that I have not news the last hours about the situation, which is good, because we do not want to hear news that is not having any contribution. It means that you are hardworking. That's also a good thing. Something else. That there's a silence is also a good sign for the opposite party. Because we all know that Trump will never win these elections. The main reason for that is that not only because the story about the two faces, that you do not, if you agree to live and help each other, you do not want to hear later any other signals about this is my land, this is not your land. But we also do not want that direction. We do not want a completely bloodshed. And that's gonna happen with that plan. They even wanted to annex in 2019. And at that time there was no Gaza war. So, despite that, these people that are even living here are also not always nice. We have seen that. I have showed you that. They bring their politics everywhere with them. It doesn't mean that you cannot stay a human. Yes, I told you before, we're not gonna make hang out the hero to save and sake. Okay, I know that. Why would I care? Why would I give my opinion? Okay, but still I want to say this. I am gonna promise you, after I have said what I need to say, I'm not gonna save and save anymore. But we don't want that. But in the meantime, we also do not want two faces games. That the vice, which is of course a good vice, goes to Dubai to lose her time. Well, there are two faces. Then you just need to stay abstract. Then we don't need to hang out each other friends. We just do everything contractually. Because I come hang out with you and you set up two faces. Then later when we need to sign the contract, you start to show other kind of symptoms. You know what? Let me just send you an email that is clear. And you can sign it or not, and then it's clear. We have the contract, and we have then the officers, the military. And it's that simple. Another reason why he will not win this election is that the reputation is very bad. Of course, there are many people have bad reputation. All kind of persecuting charges for foreign interests. But that's different. That's in the sphere of business, not in the sphere of dirty things like women cheating. And I can understand that he's getting support from his wife. But that wife, definitely, she is the best one if she accepts a man like that. She's probably a smart wife. She knows what she goes for. But maybe she can be wrong at the end. She's gonna go back with an empty bag. Another reason is also not only the reputation, but also the imago. It's for me. If I look at it, I just don't believe it. Not only she standing next to him, not only the whole family by each other, smiling and being so happy with balloons. Well, basically, there's nothing to be happy on. I mean, even if there are differences between people, you always want the best for other people. I mean, even if someone would do something bad to me, if I would know that someone would be completely in destroyment that night and children, I would not look over it. So that's another thing. And other things are also other kind of things like finance, corruption. I mean, that's not gonna work. And people say like he's now in 52, but these are only rates. These are not real things because he has a big family that is constantly working on investments and calling donors and all kind of things. And they are also pushing people. Like when they wanted to buy this property in the Middle East. And I don't know what they did with this. I think it even was not that expensive. I mean, it was like a property in London or something. And I don't know. So it's chaotic. It's a little group, friends, family, all kind of all the contra things like other people in the world that are also waiting for solutions. So the one that's gonna invest in his campaign is gonna lose a lot of money. I think definitely he will not make it this time. On the other hand, I think that 110 days is enough for it, but it's not that long. So because 2 months is only 60 days. So and basically it's just two times 2 months. That's not a lot. So it can go very fast. However, I think that with a good vice next to you, I think that there are good chances to move forward on the same foot. But definitely this time there needs to come a strict direction into making of the PLO real estate. And putting their people that are peaceful into living together and working together and helping together to make a kind of a two-state solution possible. And then later you can speak about the borders and settlements. You can make exchanges like we have at your territory settlements, but we are gonna pay you that amount if we can keep it there. We will fall under your law. That's why it's important that both states make laws that are close to each other, so no apartheid. It needs to become, both states needs to become full democratic states, because they're living all kind of ethnicities for thousands of years. You cannot force it. It's not gonna work, not from any religious perspective. So this is my advice, and yeah, with a good advice, I think it's gonna be possible. Or maybe you are into surprises. Maybe you have someone in your family, a cousin, someone else in the family, maybe from another family part. I mean, that would even maybe also be not bad, um, to keep the current vice and to make two vices, so that if the old one thinks like, okay, it's enough for me, his cousin or his family member or from another family member walks to him, maybe from the Bush family, someone like this. Well, think about it. To make two vices, or if it's not possible, two vices, a vice and an assistant. You can, you have all the freedom to do that. No one can stop you in doing that. And then, um, if it's gonna become too much for you, you can just let someone else take it over that day. Of course, no one has been any security. I mean, even not a person of 20 years don't have any security that he tomorrow steps into a car and it's over, or that tomorrow he hears that he has only 1 month left. So that's not an argument, not age or not health or anything. It can happen to anyone, even a healthy person, any moment. So I have nothing else more to say. Yeah, I think now it's time for myself. I think I have said enough. Need to think about what I'm gonna do next. There's not so much left. By the way, this young boy that I saw, of course it has a meaning. It has a meaning that about that what happened when I was 14. It was a long, dark man, boy. Therefore, I have two parts. That's why I dreamed myself, as I told you, in a blue mono, because basically now up and down is not one part, because the under part has been, and the sun is yellow, and that therefore that should not have had happened. That's why I dreamed a young boy with blue eyes and blonde hair, looking exactly like Jesus when he was young, because that's the only way how to restore it. And to restore it not only with the color of the sun, but also with the spirits. And it's not easy to find someone with that spirit. There is no one with that spirit. The other day I felt something coming from up down. I think it has been eliminated if there was something bad, if I eated something bad in order to do something, it has been eliminated. And when I crossed the border to Belgium, I felt also something. So maybe boat, boat. The dove came, the gray dove came, and I felt something. That it was eliminated. That what I have eaten was eliminated. And then I crossed the border, and then I had the feeling also something else. And then I kind of had my menstruation. Actually, I should not tell this, but I'm gonna tell it anyway. I don't care. I have no secrets anymore. So basically, this is the thing, and yeah. Now it's for me time to do my own things. It's now to make my own things, do my own things, and I need to think about it now. And if I have something new, I will probably say it. But definitely that last dream that I have has something to do with that. That there's no solution for me, there's no solution in anything. That this is going to be a very difficult problem. But the only thing is that when and how. This is a matter of waiting. I myself also don't know what is the sense of waiting and everything. So I don't know, I just every day. So that's it.